very much and welcome to the show. And as I tell you on this show, we celebrate Ghanaian ingenuity, man. Show some love for us. I have a guest here, and this man is special. If I want to describe this man, I'll just say simply, this is a man to respect. Only 33 years old, but extremely accomplished. This man was born in NIMA. He went to, he grew up in NIMA. He did some schooling in Asimfosu. And he's here today because he's become a mighty real estate guru, man. Let's take just a few quick shots of some of his properties that he has that he has. Take a look at this. And if you enjoy the properties, man, this man has a hotel. I want to take a look at this hotel. Take a look at the hotel there. After all of that, I have the pleasure to introduce to you no other than the man, Lord IBRAHIM SANI. Oh, please. Well, welcome.
Thank you.
It's good to have you here, man.
Thank you.
Well, I mean, when I got the call and they told me, Lord, do you want to interview? I said, what do you mean, do I want to interview? I want to meet this guy. You've done very, very well, man. 33 years, extremely well.
I think 34 now.
34, okay. Hey, you know, I mean, even if it's 80 crime, you've done extremely well.
I feel like a granddad now.
Well, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And you have a very, 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 very amazing story. You know, in spite of, aside of the accomplishments, even your personal philosophy in life is something that intrigued me, you know. And I don't know what to start off, but let's start off with this. You know, you are into real estate now, practically a Mongol. And what got you into real estate, that was the story that intrigued me most. And I want the people to hear just the gist of it. You went to a friend's house. You take it from there. What?
I think that must have started early 2000s, back in early 2000s. At the time, my mom and I, we used to live down there in Newtown. So my friend had a property, they had a property in, what is it called, Malata, Mamobi area there. So we visited. I had a friend, a lady friend, my girlfriend at the time. So we went in there for a visit. And on being there, we realized that we weren't welcome. So eventually, things started going from bad to worse. After our friend left us in the property and said that he was going out, we faced the intervention of some of his relatives, and they actually sacked us. They sacked us from the house. And the house was big and it was quite beautiful. They used to call it American House at Mamobi area there.
Okay.
And that was a friend I used to work to school with in St. John's back in second D Takwade. So I then said to the girl, don't worry, I will make sure I own some of this property. And hence the motivation. This is why.
So just so I'm very clear, you went to the house to visit your friend.
I did.
With your girlfriend.
I did.
And your friend stepped out, and one of his relatives came and actually drove you out?
Yes. Not straight away. We were having a conversation. We were chit-chatting in the room, my friend's room. So they must have heard us from outside.
Okay.
So then they came out aggressively and knocked the door. Who are these guys? Who are you? So we opened the door. And like, what are you doing here? With a very loud tone voice. And we said, oh, we are waiting for our friend. Oh, where do you live? And we said, oh, we live down there, back in Gotha, NIMA, Newtown there. It's like, oh, you are the thieves, you are the bad guy. Come on, get over here.
Wow.
So that actually struck me a lot. And I called my girlfriend that we should just leave the house and just go. Just when we were just about to leave, the young man at the time held me by the back and just pushed me like that.
Out of the house?
Yes, yes, yes. So that actually, it helped me, but it wasn't my property, or it wasn't my house. So eventually
so
we left.
That was when you told the girl that?
I did.
One day I'll build a house like this?
Yesterday, I did tell her one day I will own one of these houses.
Wow.
So they sucked us and we went out of the property, and that was it. And she said to me, "Don't worry, I know you can do it." That was the word she told me. And that was the motivation right from the start at a childhood age.
So that motivated that one day you're going to get something like this.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
So we'll get back to this story later, because from what I read, interesting things happened. But we'll get back to that. So basically, you grew up in NIMA. How was your family structure, your background?
I mean, it's like every normal family. I had normal economic challenges, like every other family. My dad was in the army. He lived at Michelle camp until his retirement in Ashaiman. But then I didn't live with my dad, you see. I had to live with my uncle at Asimfosu. So right from the young age, I went to Stroman Preparatory School in Asimfosu, and I made a lot of friends who I still keep in touch today.
Okay.
And from there, halfway through the journey, I had to come to NIMA, because at the time, that was where my mom had actually relocated to.
Okay.
So I joined her, and that was where I was commuting to. Well, I wasn't commuting every day, but after school, I do come here. Then from there, I'll go back to St. John's in Takoradi.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So from there, from those instances was when I applied into the British Army before I went to the UK.
So you applied to be in the British Army to enlist?
Yes.
Do they allow non-citizens?
Yes. You can, I mean, anybody, as long as you're a Commonwealth citizen, you can always apply and join the British Army. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you left and went to the UK?
Yes, I did do the application from here. So I had enlistment letters of acceptance for enlistment before I started processing my documentation to go away.
But you went to the UK, and for some reason you didn't join the army?
No, I did not. I left. There were some issues I wasn't feeling comfortable with, or perhaps maybe to talk on the show. So I just thought it wasn't convenient, and hence the reason why I left. And I went to clean. I became a cleaner at ASDA Distribution Center for 3 years. So yeah. So it was ASDA that funded my university education.
Yeah. Oh, ASDA funded it?
No, they didn't fund it, but it was the salary.
The income you got from ASDA?
Yeah.
Okay, so that you put yourself through university education.
That's
through
correct.
ASDA. I see.
Yeah.
I see. And then, well, let's just come to where we want to start off now. So basically, you funded your education, and you fell in love with real estate.
I did.
There's a connection, though. We won't forget that. The Ghana one, still in your mind. To today. Okay. So you got interested in real estate, and this is what I want you to talk about, so that folks listening will understand, what perseverance can do, because you didn't have the money.
No.
But there was a role model or a mentor that you were following.
Yes.
Glenn Armstrong.
Yep.
And he told you that, look, you don't need money, you need strategy.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
Yes, I actually met, you see, desperation calls for a lot of desperation measures. So you get to know, what do you do? How can you make money from real estate? How can you make money from properties? And sometimes you'll be going through Facebook, you see a lot of adverts. Some are not so genuine, some are really good. So I already had that subconscious this thing ready in my mind. And I had been seeing that Glenn Armstrong's advert all over, even in the newspaper in the UK as well. So I happened to meet him on the street one day. And I said, "Hello, sir. Good afternoon." He said, "Good afternoon. How are you? Do I know you from somewhere?" I'm like, No, but I've been seeing you. I am interested in the real estate market. How do I get in? I have no money, I have no dime, how do I do that? Of course, no, that's not an excuse. You don't need money to be in the real estate. There's what they call strategic purchasing. So I said, okay, if you're interested, go online and type in glenarmstrong.com. You'll find out, then we can teach you money. Then you can either sort of learn how to make a consistent cash flow money, or buy and hold, or buy and get rid of it quickly and make money. Or you buy low You flip and you sell high. That was it. That was the beginning. So he had told me that I went online and I realized he was charging $499 plus VAT. I didn't have the money.
$499.
No, I didn't have the money. I was about £500 plus VAT.
Yes, basically.
So I did approach my good lady at the time, and I spoke to her, and again she's like, no, they're going to take your money, and this can be a fraud and things like that. I said no.
Okay.
So persistency, I went ahead, I took the money, and I paid for it, and we went on a 4-day intensive course. But he had started with a first day trial to actually draw up inferences on people and what people are willing to do and things like that. And that was when we went in there. So that actually gave me the basic understanding of real estate. So from there I realized that it was good. But then from there I tried to sort of educate myself in attending other courses with IPD, learning about international real estate and a whole lot of numerous courses on real estate. But the foundation was with Glenn Armstrong. That was when I started purchasing properties with very, very little money through a strategic purchasing, yes.
Strategic purchasing?
Yes.
So you're able to buy properties with very little money?
Yes, if the strategy is right, depending on your condition. If you're motivated enough, yes, we can do something. I can also put money in your pocket. Yes. If you have a property, you want to make extra cash.
Wow. So I'm just trying to track a trajectory here, you know. So you Glenn Armstrong is his name?
Glenn Armstrong, yes.
Okay. And he says you can learn this. You can
Yes.
get into this.
He said it doesn't matter. That was what he said. It doesn't matter whether you have
and the
money.
£500 you took was your savings?
Yes, it was our savings, but it didn't belong to me.
You and your wife?
Yes,
Yeah.
my wife.
And you said, I'm going to take that and...
Yeah. He said, no, there isn't enough. You can't do that. You can't do that. That's the money. That's a fraud. You never know. There's numerous causes.
It could be some fraudster.
Yeah.
What edge do you want to go and take it anyway? And what happened?
You know, because I started doing a big background check on the guy. The guy, he's been quite known. He's got about 250 properties at a time in my area alone. So, and he had about 6 hotels as well. So I kind of followed his trend at the time. So you could see, and you couldn't possibly go wrong with that. I mean, it's like, unlike this country in England, if someone is a fraud, you can find them easily. It's a matter of going on the internet, every information is on there. So you kind of Google him, you read a bit about his company, his business, and you know they are genuine, things like that. It's pretty much like me. I mean, you go on the internet, everything is on there. On the company's house, everything is on there,
So you went there and you started this whole thing. Are you still in touch with him? Does he know that his student is now one of the most famous?
In fact, he pushes you as well, you know. He doesn't just leave you after the courses. He actually put you on a milestone to make sure you are actually getting results from what you've done. And he tells you to report back to him after you've gotten your first deals. And after you sort of get your first £1 million, you buy him a champagne.
So you bought him a champagne?
Yes, I bought him numerous champagnes. Yes.
Oh, numerous champagnes?
Yeah, I have.
How many £1 million have you pulled in?
Money doesn't really matter at this stage. The most important thing is a human life and health, isn't it?
Yeah. But anyway, congratulations, man. Show it to love, man. Show it to love. And you know, Glenn Armstrong was somebody you were looking up to as a mentor, and now he's been able to groom you to the point where you have bought your several champagnes. And are you in business with him? Are you linked up with him somehow? Or
yes, I mean, he also offers joint venture programs, where if you have, let's just say, a spare cash, you're wanting to make some more money of it, he'll come, I will call him and say, look, we have, let's say, a spare maybe 100,000 or 200,000 pounds. We need to make some extra cash. Maybe the guy is looking for maybe 300,000 or 400,000 over an annual period. So we think of, we brainstorm to find the next deal, then we invest in it. It comes up with the cash flow, then we make money. It's a win-win situation we create. So he's sort of open to all those sort of ideals and investment strategies and purposes, all along.
And it's not easy to come by the title Lord, to have the title Lord conferred on you. And it has been conferred on you.
It has.
So you're Lord.
I am.
I'm talking about and that is awesome. And what was the process? How did you at the point that you realized that this thing is going to be conferred?
I didn't actually know. I mean, anybody can be a Lord. It doesn't matter who you are or anything at all, regardless of your position or anything like that. It just happened to be a privilege given by the Almighty God for the start. Secondly, just a bit of perseverance, not because of my wisdom or sense or anything at all. No.
But there might be something distinguished.
It is, I should
Distinguishing
imagine.
about what you've accomplished, you know? And is it part of your humility not to accept that you have done extremely well to deserve it?
Well, I mean, like I told you earlier, I always believe regardless of who you are in life, every human being is the same. No man is ever better than anybody at all, regardless of your financial status, your ability or anything. We are all the same in the sight of the Lord. So I don't think I would sit here to give myself
gloat about anything.
Yes, maybe through paperwork or through other means. I may have been given law title, but I just think I'm as equal as anybody else without having to sort of put down on myself right now on the show.
Show some love, man. We're going to take a commercial break, and when we come back, you know I keep talking about the house. When we come back, we'll see the final link and something about his philosophy of life that he just spoke about, that we are all equal in the eyes of God, and we'll link that to this house matter. Stick around. We'll be right back.
Audio Jungle.